You've scaled your business with team, and yet each week you're still feeling that incredible pressure of the amount of things that still need to run through you, and the to-do list has gotten bigger than ever. And it's more than likely that it's not that your team is not capable. It's just that you haven't adjusted the way you lead the business with team in place. And this is what we commonly see at this stage of the journey, because previously everything did run through you. And chances are that there's a permission slip that you haven't given yourself to truly let go of some of the tasks that ultimately your team is very skilled to take on for you. In this video, we're going to cover what blocks us from doing this and a really simple strategy that's going to help you delegate effectively. But first, let's name what's really going on underneath the surface. For so many women, we have this inbuilt program that we should be able to handle it all, that we don't necessarily want to ask for help, or that we feel like it should be our responsibility, particularly if we are the leader and manager of a business. But what often is under the surface, a sense that we don't want to let go of control because of the risk that might occur as a result of that. Maybe it means the clients won't be serviced the same way, or that you don't necessarily trust that the outcome of what your team might produce is to the standard that you expect. But there is this other part, which is around this permission slip. The permission that as this stage of your business, it is actually okay to outsource. It is okay for your team to step up, and it is okay for you to step back. But for many, many women, we don't have this permission that we give ourselves. So let's look at the ways in which you can start delegating more effectively with your team. First of all, it's about identifying where are the opportunities? And a very simple strategy that I get all of my clients to do is make a list of everything they are doing week on week, day on day. All the things, all the tasks that are often small, but they think are important, but are pulling them out of business generating activities or truly leading their team. Because when you have built a business with team, your role is not to run the business like the team does. Your role is to continually spend your time in building the business growth. It's to spend your time on leading your team, training your team, and developing them to be exceptional representation of your business. So first of all, we need to have that list. We need to list down all the places your time is being spent. And then we need to categorize ultimately what are things that other people in your team are actually skilled to do for you. And next, it's a simple framework on how we start to delegate. So there is a column that we keep, and these are the responsibilities, the tasks that ultimately are definitely yours to hold on to. These are tasks like business generating activities, things that are about building the business, growing the business, and that includes developing your people. Those are the ones that we keep. Now, the ones that we delegate are tasks that you might still be doing that actually you get a bit of a kick out of. They give you a bit of a boost, but ultimately there are people in your team that can be trained or developed to do this. And these are often tasks that we tend to prioritize because they're easy to get done, but ultimately they're not necessarily going to grow the business. Think responding to emails, think creating your social media, think basic admin tasks that move the business along, but ultimately are not about business growth. These are the ones that we delegate. Now, the next lot of tasks are things that we can automate. AI is a huge field these days. There are so many different ways that we can automate so many areas of our business and our personal life. And these might look like automating particular bills, having certain things that happen on a regular basis be put into a process or a system that either technology can automate for you, or again, is something that you can delegate. Now, the final, and this is a very important column, which is delete. Now, delete is recognizing that there are some tasks that you are still doing that might seem important, but fundamentally are not necessarily relevant in your business in today's landscape. And I want to give you an example of one. Responding to DMs. Unless these are absolutely generating business, often we can prioritize things like this because, again, it gives us a sense of connection, but fundamentally, it's not necessarily changing the business. These might be things that you delete from your responsibility, and again, we can delegate to somebody else. So I want you to really look at how you can step back and look at your business landscape. Look at some of these tasks and think about, are they actually relevant in the way we need to lead and run the business today? And if not, my friend, it's time to delete those. Okay, so that is the 4 ways we evaluate the current things that are on your to-do list every week. And remember the piece that I mentioned right at the start. It could be that before you even go forward with this, you need to give yourself permission. Permission that as now the leader of the business, you do not need to be involved or across every single part. Not every task that you're still holding is actually that important. And more often than not, it's costing you time and energy and not actually growing the team in the way that's going to support you long term. But it does take really looking at, have you not given yourself permission to truly step into your new role as a leader of the business rather than running it like you have been? And if that is the case, let's look at what mindset pieces might be underneath that. What are the stories or beliefs that say you still have to be involved the way you are, as opposed to stepping into the full level of leadership? If you found this useful, follow along and stay tuned for the next installment of real practical tips that support you to truly lead your business from the role of leader.